Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Well, the flight to Frankfurt is finally here. The checkout counters for Condor Airlines has been created and it launches tonight. So coming up tonight on the Nightbeat, we're walking you through this historic flight and also hearing from the passengers who took that first ride.
Free creative arts programs for the summer were at risk of being cut by CentroMed. Tonight on the Nightbeat, how they managed to get over one hurdle but are still in need of help.
But first, we begin with a major traffic alert tonight, a highway closure that is sure to cause some issues for drivers this weekend. So as of about an hour ago, Loop 1604 westbound and eastbound is closed from La Cantera Parkway all the way to Stone Oak Parkway. All four cloverleafs at 1604 and I-10 also closed. Plus, I-10 east and west from the Rim down to UTSA Boulevard closed as well. So you'll want to plan ahead if you're driving on the northwest side of town this weekend. Now, as of now, the roads are set to reopen Monday morning at 5 a.m. But TxDOT did say that parts of the roads could open as early as tomorrow night if crews can get this work knocked out. This is all part of the 1604 North expansion project. We know it can be confusing to keep up with all these closures, so KSAT is here to help. If you scan this QR code right here on your screen, that will take you to a full list of the closures and the detours so you can plan ahead.
It's Condors' first flight out of here, so we were hoping there'd be a party, yes. I'm waiting for the champagne, but he said it's on the plane.
Party on the plane. Today is a historic day for San Antonio travelers. A getaway to Germany with no connecting flights required. The first non-stop transatlantic flight to Europe took off tonight. The night team's Avery Everett was there as the first flight from Frankfurt to USA landed right here in the Alamo City.
As the engines roared, cheers of celebration broke out. This flight from Frankfurt, Germany made history as San Antonio's first transatlantic flight.
We now can say SAT has a nonstop flight to Europe.
Condor Airlines now has a home at San Antonio International. Terminal A now holds the company's check-in counters and its gates. And this is something the city has been waiting years for.
It is impossible to overstate the historic nature of today.
Signs across San Antonio International show the success, and stories from people across the world show the impact. So it's Condor's first flight, and it's your first international flight.
First, yes. First time out of the United States, yes.
For so many flying out of the Alamo City, this flight is a new opportunity.
I'm actually going to Milan to take a cruise out of Savona.
Frankfurt came out, a good price, and we're going to visit friends in Dusseldorf.
And the city hopes it builds more connections overseas.
It provides an opportunity to share our wonderful city with new visitors and provides an estimated economic impact, by the way, of $34 million during the next 2 summers.
So while this may be the first transatlantic flight, San Antonio International says it's far from the last. And the celebration doesn't stop on Friday night. This is a seasonal flight that runs now through September 6th. It takes air on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And we know right now it'll run this summer and next. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
The San Antonio airport is expanding in the hopes of getting even more direct flights. Scan this QR code to check out a KSAT Explains all about that project, what's coming to San Antonio International, and what it could mean for the rest of the city. CentroMed says hackers accessed its computer network and got their hands on some patient information. That could include social security numbers and medical records. The healthcare provider said this happened on or about April 30th and that it involves current and former patients. This comes 3 days after we told you here on the Nightbeat that some patients were having issues with the network. In an email today, CentroMed said they, quote, began providing notice to patients whose information may have been involved in the incident, and that CentroMed takes this incident very seriously and sincerely regrets any concern this may cause. Now, CentroMed has information about this on its own website, and if you have any questions, there's a number here you can call, 888-990-8424, between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., Monday through Friday. Tonight, the search continues for the people you see here on your screen. Neighbors in Northeast Bexar County desperately want them found. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office says those people are responsible for shooting up a family's home. 4 of them were injured, while a 5th, a 4-year-old little girl, was killed in that shooting. We first told you about this more than a week ago here on the Nightbeat, and since then, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office has received several tips, but they're hoping the right tip will soon lead to an arrest.
We're working around the clock still, and leads are still continuing to come in.
The sheriff described the house that was shot at as looking like Swiss cheese because of all the bullets that flew through the doors and the windows. This home is on Windsor Hollow near Walsham Road. And today, neighbors there told our crews this shooting has them on edge. And a lot of people here, they're keeping their kids inside.
They're not allowed outside at all. Wow. Yeah. Even my neighbors, they don't let their kids outside right now.
How the vibe is out here, it done got quiet. Like, people don't want to come outside.
Some neighbors didn't want to share their names or show their faces out of fear. If you know anything about this case that can help catch those suspects, call the Bexar County Sheriff's Office at the number you see here, 210-335-6000. Stephen Clare was back in a Bexar County courtroom today, a little over a year after he allegedly attacked his ex-wife and 2 young daughters. 11-month-old Willow died from her injuries. Clare is facing the death penalty in this case. And today, one of Clare's defense attorneys told us there's a concern that not all evidence will be turned over in a timely manner and doesn't believe the trial will even take place this year.
We can be ready, but I don't think that that's going to happen. These take a lot of time. They're very tough cases to work. They're higher level cases. So I would think that it would be a disservice to all sides to go to trial at that time.
If Clare is found guilty, he faces life in prison without parole, or he will be sent to death row. Now, this case is featured in our latest episode of Texas Crime Stories. We examine what's happened over the past year and hear from Clare's ex-wife, Mariah Gardner, who talks about her journey from the day of this attack to how she and her family are healing now. You can find that episode on KSAT.com, the KSAT Plus app, or the KSAT YouTube page. Tonight, Metro Health is reporting that a mosquito pool tested positive for West Nile virus. The infected pool is in southwest San Antonio near Ray Ellison Boulevard and Loop 410. Crews are set to begin fogging in that area next week. But there are some things you can do to keep mosquitoes away. Be sure to remove any standing water that's around your house. Make sure to clean up any grass, leaves, or pet waste that's contaminated by water. And protect yourself by using insect repellent on your skin that's not covered by clothing.
It was scary. I was scared like the roof was gonna get torn off. I was scared something's gonna fly through the window and start breaking windows. It was scary.
This kind of wind is something we have not seen in Harris County since Hurricane Alicia in 1983. There were strong winds in Ike. I remember, so many of us remember in 2008, but it was not like this.
2 years and a half, my family business, and it's hard, really hard.
A lot of heartache in Houston. At least 5 people dead tonight after those punishing storms blew through that city. Winds so strong that high-rise windows were blown out. 18-wheelers were flipped. The destruction also left hundreds of thousands of people in the dark. The National Weather Service confirms 100-mile-an-hour winds tore through downtown Houston, leading to a disaster declaration being issued in Harris County.
The next few days are going to be hard. The next few weeks are going to be hard for some folks in our community. They're going to be uncomfortable, but we've been through this.
A lot of people there still without power as cleanup efforts continue. Even heard some estimates that we could be talking about weeks before they get power again, Mia.
Man, our thoughts are definitely with those folks over in Houston as they continue to pick up the pieces. Back here at home, we've seen a few strong storms push across portions of the hill country and even closer to the Rio Grande this evening. Those should continue to weaken through the overnight hours. And then this weekend, it is going to be hot. Rain chances come down, temperatures crank up. We'll have all those details coming up in just a bit.
Thank you, Mia. It's a local nonprofit that brings free creative arts programs for kids in our community. And next year on the Nightbeat, we want to show you how you can help this group to make sure they have everything they need for the fall. San Antonio added more people than any other city last year. That's according to new data from the U.S. Census Bureau. It said that San Antonio added nearly 22,000 people in 2023. That pushes the city's population to nearly 1.5 million people. Other Texas cities also broke the top 10 in these stats. That includes Fort Worth at number 2, Houston in 7th, Georgetown at 8, and Salina came in 9th. A local nonprofit is asking for your help. CentroMed offers free creative arts programs for kids, but those come with a cost. We told you about CentroMed's financial dilemma back in March when its summer programs were in question. But as the night team's John Paul Barajas reports, now they're trying to stay afloat for the fall.
Summer break is looking bright for CentroMed now that it's raised a majority of their $600,000 goal. We'll be able to continue to provide free summer programs.
We had an incredible showing of support from our community, including our families, our neighbors, our philanthropic partners.
The nonprofit asked the community for help back in March. 2.5 months later, CentroMed Executive Director Stephanie LaFrosia says the donations have allowed them to keep their programs operating.
Free programming during the summer is incredibly important, especially for our middle and high school students who may be increasingly isolated if they don't have something that's bringing them out of the house.
LaFrosia explains the pandemic, a change in leadership, and construction delays led to the financial hole. But the nonprofit has still managed to provide free resources to students.
If it wasn't as accessible as it was, CentroMed, since the beginning, I probably wouldn't look into it as much.
Now that summer activities are covered, that crisis is averted, but their work isn't over.
CentroMed is raising the final $200,000 to close our fiscal year.
Worst case scenario, if those $200,000 don't come in, what happens next?
If we don't reach that full fundraising goal, we will have to operate incredibly lean programs, and we are already operating incredibly lean programs.
Based on the community's response to their call for help this summer, LaFrosia has faith that donations will come in again. And CentroMed is also saying thank you by throwing a free block party this weekend.
Please come out. We have music by AM Project, art making by our own CentroMed teaching artists.
And CentroMed's block party fundraiser tomorrow is at 1310 South Brazos Street. Starts at 11 a.m. and goes till 3 p.m. We also have a link to donate at KSAT.com. Also happening tomorrow, if you're looking for a job, Pre-K4SA is hiring. They're hosting a job fair from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. at the Pre-K4SA West Education Center. That's on Enrique M. Barrera Parkway on the west side. They're looking for teachers, assistant teachers, teachers' aides, and substitutes who can work in bilingual classrooms. Applicants are encouraged to apply before the event, and remember to bring your resume. Also tomorrow, do you have any hazardous waste around your house you want rid of? San Antonio Solid Waste Management is holding a collection event tomorrow at the Bulky Drop-Off Center on Rigsby Avenue near W.W. White Road. You can throw away things like paint, batteries, oil filters, pool chemicals, cooking oil, and household cleaning products. The center will accept the unwanted materials from 8 till noon from San Antonio residents only. You must show a picture ID and a recent paid CPS energy bill. We have a list of all you need to know before you go, posted on KSAT.com. All right, let's turn to the forecast now. We are turning up the heat a little bit this weekend, Mia.
We certainly are. Yes, temperatures are going to be cranking up over the next several days, not just this weekend, but even into early next week. We've got a stretch of days where unseasonably hot temperatures are in store. We're talking highs in the mid-90s. So I'm going to talk all about it. I do first, though, want to start off with the latest look at Authority radar. Throughout the evening, we've been monitoring a few strong storms, some of which were severe warned at times, especially over northern Edwards and far western Kerr counties over the past couple of hours. You can see, though, that those have started to weaken. No longer severe warned, but they are capable of wind gusts upwards of about 40 miles per hour and also some nickel-sized hail. So that is non-damaging, but they are likely noisy as they approach the Highway 41-83 interchange there, moving into northern Kerr County. So that's something we're going to be monitoring for places like Hunt, Ingram, as well as Mountain Home. This is also non-severe severe, but we've got another rumble of thunder moving through Bandera County. This is just to the south of Medina. This is also going to continue working its way farther off to the east. For us here in San Antonio, we are pretty quiet, but we will be keeping eyes on this activity, especially the far north that you go. It should continue to weaken as we head into the overnight hours. The catalyst behind this activity, we had that cool front that moved through yesterday, brought with it a slight break in some of the humidity, but at the same time, an area of low pressure in the upper levels of the atmosphere continues to move away from the state of Texas. But on the backside of this low pressure system, we've seen a final piece of upper level energy move through. That's what's helped spark some of that thunderstorm activity today west of the Alamo City. That low pressure system is going to continue to scoot eastward into the upcoming weekend. Then our focus turns to this big blue H, an area of high pressure that's going to be moving over Mexico even into early next week. And as it continues to move closer to the state of Texas, that's really what's going to help crank those temperatures up. Notice here for context, our average high for this time of year, 87 degrees. By Tuesday and Wednesday of next week, we could be 10 degrees above that. And that's also the time frame where we are expecting a little bit higher humidity, which means feels like temperatures, those heat index values will likely climb into the triple digits in spots. It's nothing that we haven't dealt with before, but it is a little early to be seeing these hot temperatures. So make sure to stay hydrated this weekend and of course keep the sunscreen handy. Let's talk about this weekend. 80 degrees right now here in San Antonio. Winds out of the south-southeast at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Through the overnight, we're going to fall into the mid 60s for most of us by wake up time Saturday morning, maybe a few low 60s, especially as you get into northern Bexar County and farther up into the hill country, some of the higher elevations there. Plenty of sunshine. So once the sun comes up tomorrow, we're going to see plenty of it throughout the day. Notice how temperatures respond. We're already in the mid 80s for any lunchtime plans. A high temperature here in town, topping off already near 96 degrees. 93 in Canyon Lake, 94 for places like New Braunfels as well as Kerrville, 95 in Rio Medina, and 96 over in Castroville. So that takes care of our Saturday. Notice into the back half of the weekend, not much of a difference in terms of the afternoon. We are going to see a little bit more humidity work in, so temperatures not as low by Sunday morning. We're going to start off near 71 degrees. Also, I think we could see a few morning clouds work back in before mostly sunny skies take over into the afternoon. Again, that high pressure system overhead into next week, so rain chances unfortunately are out of the picture. But notice this, by Thursday of next week, low pressure system close to the Great Lakes region could drop a weak boundary into North Texas. It stalls before it gets here, but that energy could allow for a few isolated storm chances to move back into the forecast by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. So we'll continue to keep you posted on that in the days ahead. Until then, it's just going to be hot out there. Let's go outside with live cam, get you another look at what we're watching out there right now. Again, we have some of the cloud cover in place, temperatures in the upper 70s. Just get ready for a toasty weekend ahead, Myra.
All right. Thank you, Mia. Mary joins us now with sports and Texas teams showing up for some softball.
Oh, yeah, there's a great representation of Texas programs, premier programs out of the state of Texas in this year's NCAA softball tournament. And on day one, the Lone Star State sweeps. Plus, the San Antonio Brahmas could clinch the playoffs as soon as this weekend. We're also talking PGA Championship, Scottie Scheffler, NHL, and more. We'll be right back.
I did spend some time stretching in a jail cell. That was a first for me. You know, that was part of my warm-up. I was just sitting there waiting, and, you know, I started going through my warm-up. I felt like there was a chance I may be able to still come out here and play, and so I started going through my routine. I tried to get my heart rate down as much as I could today, but like I said, you know, I still feel like my head's spinning a little bit.
Doesn't get more bizarre than a morning spent in jail before competing in a major. Next in Big Board Sports. Texas junior right-handed pitcher Mac Morgan set the tone for the Longhorns in their NCAA tournament opener. Morgan threw a 7-inning no-hitter disrupted by just a 2-out walk before closing out Texas's 5-0 shutout win over Siena in the NCAA Austin Regional. And while Morgan was keeping Siena off the bases, the Texas offense totaled 12 hits, with 3 players turning a multi-hit outing. The final from this one, Texas advances in the Austin Regional. They'll next play Northwestern. Texas State defeated Penn State 4-2 in the Bryan College Station Regional. That means it'll be Texas State versus Texas A&M in the next round after the Aggies defeated UAlbany 6-2. And Baylor moves on in the Lafayette region with the 3-1 win over Ole Miss. In Division III, TLU will play for a regional title tomorrow against East Texas Baptist, who they fell to in the second round 12-0, excuse me. All right, Scotty Scheffler was arrested, charged with a felony assault and released from jail all before shooting a stellar 5 under par on the second day of the PGA Championship. Scheffler is the favorite to win the major after donning the green jacket at Augusta in April. What a day he had. Now, here's the shot of the day. Sweden's Sebastian Soderberg makes a hole-in-one at the 173-yard 8th hole at Valhalla Golf Club. 2-time major champion Colin Morikawa making it 5 straight birdies to reach 12 under. He later dropped a stroke to finish at 11 under. And Xander Schauffele continued his momentum from day one, taking the solo lead at 12 under. All right, here's Scotty on his time in jail.
I was shaking, almost, I would say, in shock and in fear. And so coming out here and trying to play today was definitely a challenge, but I did my best to, control my mind, control my breathing, and, basically just calm down so I could come out here and try and play golf.
Here's how the leaderboard looks at the end of play today. Schauffele sits at 12 under with a 1-shot lead over Colin Morikawa. Scheffler among the 4-way tie for 4th at 9 under. The projected cut is 1 under. Play still has some finishing up to do tomorrow due to weather, and Tiger Woods didn't make the cut after finishing 7 over across the opening 2 days of the PGA Championship.
They love football, so we got a championship pedigree team, and we have championship pedigree fans, and so the more there, the merrier, man, and it's fun.
San Antonio Brahmas linebacker Delonte Scott is calling all Brahmas fans to pack the Alamo Dome as the Brahmas look to make the playoffs with a win and a DC Defenders loss on Sunday. The Battle of I-35 against the Arlington Renegades kicks off at the Dome at 3 p.m. All right, Stanley Cup playoffs. Score update in Dallas, Game 6. The Avs are up 1-0 in the second period. Stars just 1 win away from clinching this series. All right, after the break, history was made over at Idea Harvey E. Najim College Prep this afternoon. Stay with us. History was made over at Idea Harvey E. Najim College Prep this afternoon. It was the school's first ever signing day. 3 student athletes signing their letters of intent. Talk about a meaningful day.
I'm very glad I'm one of the first ones. I just want the upcoming classes to look up to us and see that we are going to college, but we're going to college and making history of being the first ones to go and play sports and study at the same time.
Very big feeling for me knowing that I'm one of 30 kids in our school, having this opportunity to pursue what I want to do, being able to take this and take it as far as I want to.
It's very exciting because I know kids from here are going to go play sports and do what sports they want to do and stuff like that. And I just hope that I can influence them to be the person that they can be.
You can find more information on these 3 future college student athletes on our website, KSAT.com. Shout out Larry playing soccer overseas. That's awesome.
Yeah, congrats to all of them. That's huge.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Before you go, quick reminder, traffic could potentially be a nightmare this weekend, especially on the northwest side of San Antonio. Big closures at I-10 and 1604. If you scan the QR code on your screen, that will take you to a full list of those closures and the detours so you can plan ahead.
Yep, definitely important to plan ahead with that one. All right, storms continue to weaken as they move through northern Bandera and far western Kerr counties. That will be the trend over the next hour or so. Then sunshine and hot temperatures take over into this weekend, topping off in the mid-90s tomorrow and into Sunday. Even hotter early next week than a few isolated storm chances as early as next Wednesday.
All right, thank you, Mia. And that does it for the Night Beat. Have a great weekend. GMSA crew, we'll see you in the morning.